Hey, it's Neil. I am beyond excited to share beer stories, hosted by my good friends Mischa Smith and Violette from Pasteur Street Brewing Company, and produced by me at 7 Million Bike Podcasts. This is a combination of two major passions for me, podcasting and craft beer. I cannot thank Alex and Mischa enough for putting their trust, faith, and patience in me to get this off the ground, and I hope you enjoy listening to it as much as we did making it. And of course, as always, a massive thank you to Lewis Wright for all of his support for what I do. So check out Beer Stories here on a Vietnam podcast. It's going to be a special PodSwap, and we're going to do more of these over the coming months. There will be new episodes every week. This is for beer enthusiasts, not beer snobs. So if you love beer, you'll love this podcast. The link is in the show notes. Go and follow that if you need it, and enjoy the podcast. Cheers.
Welcome to Beer Stories. This is a brand new podcast. We're going to talk about craft beer mostly, but beer in general as well. In this first season, we've spoken to a mix of different people, CEOs of other breweries, Saigon's first craft cider maker, beer makers, beer sellers, beer buyers, and beer drinkers. This is a podcast for craft beer enthusiasts, not snobs, so don't worry about your level of experience with beer or craft beer. There's going to be something for you.
I'm Alex Violette, your co-host, and I've been working in the craft beer industry for over 18 years. I started as a home brewer in Tennessee and then moved to Colorado, where I was a brewmaster and won multiple awards at the Great American Beer Festival and the World Beer Cup. I'm now the co-founder and brewmaster of Pasteur Street Brewing Company, a craft brewery in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Join us on this journey as we discover new flavors, learn about the passion and dedication that goes into every pint, and share the stories of those who make craft beer. Cheers.
I started out in the craft beer industry as a server and bartender, and for the last 7 years I've been the sales director here at Pasteur Street Brewing Company in Saigon. My first craft beer experience was as a server and bartender at Mill Street Brewery in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I worked there for the first summer their first brew pub was open, and I was immediately entranced by the different flavors and strengths of all of the different beers. What sparked your desire to start making beer, or was there something else that led to that?
Yeah, so it exposed me to the idea that that's something that you could do, and then the minimum drinking age of the United States really inspired me to start making beer, because we quickly realized that you could buy barley and hops and yeast at any age, and then you could just make beer yourself.
What is this mayor of Pasteur Street thing that keeps coming up?
I come to Pasteur quite often, as I've mentioned, and you know what? I just kept on saying, I deserve a title.
Even though you don't have a job.
I don't need a job.
For a long time, I was a double IPA drinker. I was that guy.
Sure.
I only drink double IPAs.
Yeah.
And when I want a double IPA, I want a double IPA. I want something big, bold, monstrous, hop overload, burns your tongues with the amount of hops on it, scalds your tongue.
This is what happens right here. Pulls down his pants, whips out his dick, and pisses right on my terrace. I'm like, dude. And I walk up to dude like, dude, what the fuck? Put that shit away. And he's like, leave me alone. It's okay.
Leave me alone. You're pissing on my...
My last attempt at home brewing was I was brewing an IPA, and after 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I said, okay, it's time to taste it up. First time I brewed a beer for 40 years. Here we go. Let's have a taste. And I cracked it open, and I'd made this beautiful cider.
Who wants to drink bad beer? I mean, really, it's just not worth it. There's enough beer which will give you a minging hangover and just taste mundane. The whole point of craft beer is for me, is to challenge the way you look at beer and the way people think about beer. And I think it's beholden upon us to just do the best job that we possibly can and put out the best flavors that we can.
I didn't really mean to start a cider company. It was more of a hobby in the beginning. And we had a page and we had a name, but it wasn't really intended initially to be a business. It was more experimenting, making cider because I love cider.
I met a customer. He didn't let me talk because he didn't believe me. But he asked his barista in the coffee shop out to taste the wine for him. But he didn't listen to me. He wanted to listen to his barista. I knew that he didn't know anything about wine, so I was trying to make it very friendly to him. So this wine, and he asked me, what does it smell? I said, you can smell a little bit of mint And his barista was trying to Google the wine. And I said, no, it's not me. It's eucalyptus. I said, you know what eucalyptus is? No, it's eucalyptus. And he was like, oh, you said mint. You don't know your product. It's eucalyptus. Oh, I bet you know the eucalyptus. I failed that deal.
I talked to one of the Taiwanese guy, and when I talked to him, this idea, if you don't do it now, what are you waiting for? Wait until you have family and you have more concern? Yeah, let's do it. I'll do it now. And he said, if you do it, I'll invest you. But he just disappeared. And the COVID hit. But luckily, yeah, my parents support me a lot mentally and money.
Yeah. The money helps.
Yeah, money. Absolutely. Start business, money is important, right, Alex?
Absolutely.
I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you're like me, you may use your laptop at places where you have to use public Wi-Fi. This opens you up to digital snoopers. It's a massive problem. It can be your internet service provider, or you know who, looking at what you do online, or a cyber criminal trying to steal your bank passwords or credit card info, or even a hacker at the next table trying to steal your sensitive data. These days, it is vital that you keep your data safe. NordVPN keeps all of these snoopers away. It makes your internet activity private, protects you from accessing dangerous websites that are phishing for your data, and lets you enjoy your favorite content securely, even while away from home. And it's easy to use, even I could use it. I've actually been using NordVPN for years now here in Vietnam, and I'm excited to be an affiliate partner with them. I've used NordVPN to watch Netflix, BBC, Disney Plus with ease. And I also know that my information and data are safe from prying eyes, whoever they may be. Join now and you'll get 68% off and 3 months free when you go to my link, nordvpn.com/SMB. Just again, for those hard of hearing, nordvpn.com/SMB. The link is also in the show notes. I know nobody checks them out, but go check that out and you can get the link from wherever you're listening to this podcast. As an affiliate partner, it also means that I will get a small commission when you sign up, but at no extra cost to you. So not only will you be getting a great deal through 7 Million Bikes, you get a great VPN and you'll be supporting 7 Million Bikes podcast. Stay safe online and enjoy the shows you love. Any questions, just let me know. You know how to get in touch with me. And thanks for listening to this show. Cheers.